Hey Jay, this is kind of old right now, but sorry, can you hear me real quick?
Old? What do you mean?
Oh, I just mean my objection is rather old. It's from earlier in the stream.
Oh, that's fine.
I just don't think you have Carl Jung quite right. It's, I mean, I suppose this is on topic because it's a Gnostic perspective,
Sure.
But, like, the Antichrist is not something, you're not supposed to follow the devil in Jung. That's not at all what he's saying. He's saying that, I mean, you know, Christ is the
hold on.
ultimate
I didn't say
archetype.
that. I didn't say that Carl Jung teaches that you follow the devil. I said that in
That's kind of what...
I said in his Aeon, I've read his Aeon book, okay? And what he says in there is that Jesus and Antichrist are flip sides of the same coin.
Yes, but you're supposed to integrate the
And
Antichrist.
I exactly
means,
said that that's demonic. I said integrating that is demonic.
yes, calling that demonic does seem like that does seem like you're saying Carl Jung is saying to follow the devil by integrating the. He's not saying to
Okay.
integrate the terrible things of the Antichrist. He's
It
saying that
doesn't matter.
The Antichrist
It's all
being the
gibberish.
opposite archetype.
It doesn't matter.
That's
It's all
really
gibberish.
ignorant way to call it. It's
No.
very ignorant.
Let's talk about who's ignorant.
It is
So
gibberish.
it is gibberish. Saying Jesus, it's Charles Manson philosophy. It's literally his theology. God, devil, and Jesus are all the same. That's literally what Charles Manson
This
said.
is gibberish, man. This is gibberish.
Oh, that's
you should
gibberish.
read
Okay.
Moral Carl Jung. You should read Moral Carl Jung.
How much do I have to read
Yeah.
before? Is he a Gnostic? Is the Red Book Gnostic?
I mean, actually,
Yes?
I haven't read the Red Book.
Oh,
I wouldn't
okay.
call
So
it
here
that,
we go.
but-
So this arrogant popping on here telling me I'm ignorant, I don't know anything. You haven't even read the very
It
thing where he
just
says he's
strikes me as
Gnostic.
ignorant. He says he's Gnostic. He says he's Gnostic in the Red Book.
The whole
He
Red
says
Book
that.
is a Gnostic revelation.
A Gnostic revelation.
So now
But
let's
he
talk
doesn't
about-
say that in the Red Book.
All right, so now you want to play word games because the
Well,
equivalent
that's
of...
what you were doing.
No,
just earlier.
I'm not playing word games. You don't integrate Antichrist. So let's talk about your worldview. So how do you know? Do you believe in good and evil?
No, man. The Antichrist. We're not doing this. We're not.
Oh, so you don't want to debate? Yeah, we're not doing it because you can't debate. That's why. So
You just control things in a very precise way that allows you to win every single
right.
time.
It's all tricks.
You do this.
Yeah, it's all
It is?
tricks. Right.
Well,
There's
not
no.
all
I don't have
tricks,
any.
to be honest.
It's all
You
tricks.
get
There's no
heated
actual
very
debate.
quickly. You get heated very quickly, and you accuse people of
No,
dishonesty.
no. I
and
just
you're
get to the point and bring it down to what the debate is.
That's
So
a convenient way to interpret it.
yeah,
Really,
that's
look,
that's
man.
actually an effective way to debate.
Look, man, Jesus does not cover everything that you need to.
What does that have to
integrate into
do?
your
What does
life
that have
in
to do
order
with your
be-
position? So is there good
I'm
and
trying to
evil?
get back to my original position.
Is there good and
okay,
evil?
like,
Right. I do presuppositional critiques.
Of
So
course
do
there's
you believe in
good
good
and
and
evil,
evil?
man, but-
Okay.
but-
What is
but
good and evil?
No, I'm not doing this with you.
Yeah, because you can't debate.
I'm
You
trying to
won't
make
do
my
it.
point.
You won't
I'm
do
trying
it.
to make my point.
No, you don't. There is
Trying
no
to make
point
my
because
point.
it's a debate stream.
You're saying there is no point before I've made.
There is no point
That's what
for
you're
you to
doing.
make that isn't a debate, and it's a debate stream. So if you're going to posit Carl Jungian
Once again,
psychoanalysis,
you control the rules very carefully to keep
Yeah, it's
people
my
from
channel.
making points they want to make.
yeah, and your
Well,
point
that's
was
extremely gay way to run your
garbage.
channel.
Your point was garbage.
No, it wasn't.
It was. The whole chat's laughing at you, dude. The point was garbage. So tell me what is good and evil in your world. How do you justify your knowledge of good and evil?
The chat can suck my soft pink.
Yeah, so what? Yeah, that's all you have. Yeah, he ran off.
Hey, and is the controlling the rules in the room with us right now?
Yeah, come back on, dude. That's why you ran. He ran and blocked me. So trigger a soy Jungian by simply asking him to justify his belief in good and evil. And you notice when he came on here, he literally said what I said. No, man, you got to integrate Antichrist into your psyche, man. Yeah, that's what I said, word for word, because I've read Aeon. Ethan. You messed up my Versace suit, Ethan. Well, at least he hopped on to try to defend. Oh, now he wants to come back. Did you calm down? Go ahead, Johan. You got to unmute.
Sorry about that. Look, I'm saying you wouldn't let me make my point, and that's why
No,
I got a little
you said
annoyed.
you said that you're not going to address that topic. And I argue from a transcendental argument perspective. I presupp.
I'm just trying to get back to the original point.
And your original point was wrong because you didn't know that he teaches Gnosticism.
There's a bit of a development of the point. It's not just the opening couple of words. There's a little things that are a little more complicated.
Dude,
the word integration.
What is it even? Okay, I don't care what it means to integrate Antichrist because it absolutely has no relevance to our worldview. And all I have to do to critique your whole position is to ask you, what is good and evil? What does it mean?
You just do these gotchas.
Yeah, so you're not going to answer.
Evil is the deprivation.
Whining and complaining?
It's a terrible force of... I'm not doing that. I'm not whining and complaining.
You did, literally, for the first 20 minutes.
Uncharitable.
Okay.
Just an extremely uncharitable.
Okay, Michael Lofton, it's uncharitable. So what's the justification for what good and evil are? How do you know that?
The justification. See, you do a quiz when you get.
Yeah, it's called philosophy, right? It's basic epistemology. What's the justification for?
I thought it was a debate. You don't ask questions like this in a debate.
Yeah, you do. You ask. It's called rhetoric, the rhetorical questions.
I can ask questions. See how you control.
The first topic is the question of good and evil. And I have an account for it, and I don't think you do. So what's your account for it?
That's not the topic I called in to talk about.
I don't care what you called in. That's what I'm asking you now.
Your views on Carl Jung are very ignorant. You only read Aeon and the...
No, I didn't. No, that's not all I've read. You don't even know what I've read. How do you know that's all I read?
I'm asking you, what have you read?
I've read the M.L. von Franz text. Is that not enough to know his philosophy?
The M.L. von... No, it's not.
Okay, so his chief student's introduction to the whole thing, and two of his books, one of which you haven't even read, which actually is a Gnostic
introduction. You read an introduction.
No, I didn't just read an introduction. And by the way, the quiz question, I don't have to know all of the collected writings to know that it's false if I presupp it and show it and demonstrate it to be false right away. So you're in soy rage right now. I want you to tell me about good and evil. What's the good and evil? If you're not going to address the question, then I'm going to boot you.
Because you're controlling things.
Yeah, I'm just a control freak. Fine. I don't. Okay, dude. Fine. I'm the worst person. I'm a control freak. So, no. I want to know how you know that. The justification for it. Do you know what justification is?
See, now another question. It's just another quiz. This is how you control.
So you've never been in? Dude, I've debated like the top atheists and Muslims in the world. You think I don't know how to do a debate? I don't know.
You absolutely have not, man. You have debated. You maxed out at Helmet with Matt Dillahunty. You have not debated the top atheists. You have not.
So Dr. Malpass isn't a top atheist?
Reddit level of debate. You're a very Reddit level.
So this is all you have is ad hominem because you're soy raging and melting down. So look at what this is all he has. Look at this soy rage from this dude.
There's no soy in my body, man.
Dude, everybody in the chat is calling you soy. Like literally, like 1,000 people are laughing at you.
All this chat, and you can all.
So what's? You can say you can cuss out the chat all you want. What's your justification for the existence of good and evil?
The justification.
Do you know what that is?
Jay, I'm not going to answer.
So you're going to say my name the whole. So you're going to keep repeating my name. This is what these people do. So you can't handle a fundamental. You can't handle a basic debate, questioning your paradigm. Why?
Jay, calling it to you is just so tough.
What is the justification? You understand you're making a fool of Carl Jung and yourself right now. So at least attempt to answer it.
Carl Jung and myself. Just look, man, you are a fool. Like it just.
See, look at this. That's all you have is ad hominems. I'm asking you about the justification for your position.
Ad hominems the whole time.
I'm asking you for a justification.
I'm rejecting your faggoty question.
There you go.
Okay, you're just controlling things. All right, this is just how you win debates. You're a bully. You're just like extremely like if you were to debate in a way where you had no power.
I've done many formal debates with moderators. Look at that soy rage. Amazing. So there's your Carl Jung apologist. David Fletcher.
I want to ask the question, where do people get the authority to make claims about good and evil?
That's exactly what I was asking, right? Not just the authority, but like, how do we know that that's the case? Why should we accept your Jungian worldview?
Well, I want to go back to epistemology, the foundation of where we get our knowledge, our opinions. If in Western civilization, we have figures like Martin Luther, John Calvin, and then if you go back, you have the Aristotle, Socrates, and Plato.
Okay, what's the point?
The point is, man is a rational creature, and he's trying to understand the universe, and all of it cannot be understood by mere materialism. So there's a God factor, a spirituality
Okay.
that's played out in different cultures. The Indians don't have the same name for God as the Eskimos do.
Okay. Do you have a topic or question, or it's not like sermon time?
I'm talking about Gnosticism,
Okay.
Muslims, Judaism, and culture. You know,
Okay, so it's not sermon time. So do you have an argument or what?
Well, the argument is the human being, due to the nature of the mind, will project and look for spirituality.
So that's an assertion. Where's the argument?
The argument isn't the assertion.
Okay, you don't understand those are two different things?
Well, an argument is where you make claims and give validations.
Okay, and where was the valid proof or evidence for that claim?
The life of Martin Luther, John Calvin, and the early church.
How is that a proof for that claim? That's a story.
Because those people were living out the realities that they were experiencing.
Do you know what epistemology is? Like, just I'm trying to be patient.
Epistemology is, the basis of knowledge.
Right. So what you said isn't actually a proof for the claim. It's just another asserting.
You're saying the life of Martin Luther is not valid, or John Calvin.
So again, you don't even know. You don't understand what.
Lives are not valid.
Gosh.
What about the life
of
Jesus Christ?
I'm trying. Again, you don't.
Jesus Christ is valid life.
Okay. Are you actually trolling or what? What's going on?
No,
here?
I'm not trolling.
Okay.
I'll give you another. Dr. Albert Schweitzer wrote a very...
Yeah, I know who Albert Schweitzer is. I read his stuff.
Okay, he wrote a book, In Search of the Historical Jesus.
I'm aware of it. I read it.
You read that?
Yes, I've read Schweitzer. I read all the other people from that school back at the time of the controversy when N.T. Wright put out his book, and it was all about the new perspective on Paul. I know about all that. But none of that has anything to do with the epistemological point that I'm making. Do you understand that?
Well, then you're rejecting the lies of all of humanity.
You're not even capable of understanding what the objection is. I'm not rejecting their lives. I'm saying that it's not a good argument. You don't understand the difference?
Okay, but not all good arguments are bad argument. Just whether it's a bad argument
this
or
is
a
gibberish.
good argument. In
Okay, Boomer. Okay, Boomer. This is gibberish. Boomer gibberish. Glove, what's up?